Within education throughout Washington State and the nation, a change is occurring. A move from what worked to what more can be achieved. This change is about shaping and enhancing our children's future and making sure that all children are prepared to succeed. Within the Federal Way Public School District, the most significant change has come in the form of instructing, grading, and assessing students' academic achievements. It's called standards-based education, grading, instruction, and assessment.
My name is Marie Verhar, and I am the Executive Director of Teaching for Learning.
Standards-based education is leveling the playing field for all of our students. So whether the student is a third grader at one elementary or a third grader at another elementary, we want to make certain that our students leave third grade, regardless of the school they're attending, and move into fourth grade with the same set of skills.
In 2004, Federal Way Public Schools embraced the state and national learning standard for grades K through 12. It was this change that posed new challenges for the teachers and administrators throughout the district.
I'm Patricia Nesbitt. I teach at the Holly Middle School in Federal Way Public Schools, and I teach 8th grade STEM humanities. Well, 3 challenges that I face when implementing the standard-based education was first my students. They had a difficult time with retake and redoing assignments because it was a new process. So the traditional way of testing and getting an A, B, C, or D, or even failing, you would move on. But now with the standard-based education, we have reteaching, we have more practice, extended time to learn. The greatest benefit of all is that it addresses the achievement gap. And the standards clearly state and address what all kids need to learn and to achieve. So it increases student performance and it helps all kids learn.
The newly adopted standards-based education approach is more than just a new way of recording a child's progress in school. It's about creating a commitment that teachers, administrators, and the district will give each child every opportunity to succeed in school.
One of the things that we did year before last is we did speak to many, many colleges, not just in the state of Washington, but actually across the nation. Because we wanted to make sure in Federal Way that we were doing nothing to jeopardize our students' chances at a 4-year university. We wanted to make certain that we were setting our students up for success.
Change is a learned process, and throughout its implementation, teachers and administrators have been meeting and assessing one another to discover the best way to make these new grading practices consistent and workable across all subjects and at all grade levels. Parents who need help understanding the standards-based system have an ally in teachers, principals, and district officials.
My name is Stacy Lucas, and I'm the principal of Nautilus K-8. The very first thing that we did to help parents and students understand standards-based education is we held a coffee chat, and parents were able to come in and just ask questions. Most of them were very accepting of the standards. The grading system was new, so it was changed. They just needed to learn about it.
Well, in the beginning, our parents really wanted the traditional ABC categories in the report card and the grading, and it took some adjustment in time and lots of conversation clarifying the purpose of standard-based education and grading. And once those conversations were had, I think they got a better understanding and they were able to see that it was beneficial.
I was able to see this all come together last year. We introduced the standards, we taught to the standards, we assessed the standards, and the most exciting thing was getting our test scores back this summer. I'm going to use science for an example. We specifically taught the standards in science, and our science scores went way up. What I'm most excited about is the reports that we're able to send home to parents. It shows what learning targets have been assessed. It shows what they've mastered, what the students are able to do. I think standards-based education has given us the opportunity to give parents more information than we've ever been able to give to them before.
The goal is to create the best education framework possible for all children. But this new change is the foundation in which tomorrow's education is built.
For more information about standards-based education, please visit the Federal Way Public School website at www.fwps.org/CUR/SBE.